We're on Eyrie of Crows playing the pig here during the event. And we said we were somewhat frustrated by the fact that we have loadouts for these loadouts for the pig, like all the killers, and we just don't have any we can't carry those loadouts over for whatever reason from our regular game to the Halloween mode. We're having to carry this or reset everything, which is a little annoying, but it's what it is. All right, get you up here, Jane. We got a hook. Her pentimento totem's right there. She will not be able to see it. She won't see the aura of it until she gets that hat off. Yeah, I'm not chasing you in here. Not yeah, her plaything totem. I don't know where they healed at, or where they're healing at. Well, Jane currently has an active trap. We have found Jane. Jane, I didn't want you, but here we are. Is this just a wall? Yeah, I can go after you, Michaela. That's perfectly fine. All right, the plaything totem, ow, is gone. Did you just... You didn't just teabag me just to go down in 2 seconds, did you, Michaela? I mean, that's not really what I would call good strategy. Just call me crazy. All right, Jane's hat's off. I don't know what that means for the grand scheme of things, but I don't think I make that. Nope. That I do, though. I'd have a hat. I mean, I know Jane has a flashlight. I just don't know where it is. All right, we're going to go light that pentimento totem because we do want them to get gens done for the sake of the traps, but we also want to not see them get gens done too fast. And this is Jane over here, isn't it? Or it was, right? I don't know where Jane went. Hey! How you doing? You're gonna go run back into that main building again, aren't you? Damn it, if we had just, if we had not crouched, we would have had him when he vaulted back on the pallet on us. All right. A little mind game worked. All right, that's our last hat. Michaela's is off. They are holding off popping gens. Now, that's where oppression is actually not a bad perk for us to run. Oppression, not a bad perk for us to run at this point. All right. It's 2 active traps. I'm lucky we got you before you could do whatever shenanigans you were up to there, Michaela. Whatever shenanigans you were up to. Yeah. Jane, we're not gonna let you do that. I'll just stand here, Jane. You can blind me all you want. Oh, if we can figure out where Jane went to chilling out at. I think it's a V is the person who will have to get this. Well, V can't get the save. She is otherwise occupied. Yeah, I know. You need a box. All right, Jane does not get an angle there. All right. So that's going to get Michaela off of the gens. These pallets are gone, mostly. Oh, that's a nice little dead hard there. There a box up here, V? Is that why we're here? All right, get her before she gets to that, Hi, Jane. Alright, so that still leaves our elf with an active trap or Michaela. So again, Michaela's gonna have to get off of Jen. She's got. Oh, hi. Hello. Well, that's not the act of somebody who thinks they have long to live. Yeah, I know, I know. We'll just give Jane something to think about. Michaela's in the void. They're both in the void. I could go into the void. If I could find a portal, I would go into the void. Right, they're out of the void. Let's do some of that. At least one of the two of them. Ooh, Jane, that was... That's so close, Jane. Thanks, aim dressing. Oh, that was gorgeous. All right. We keep forgetting we have a haunt we can send at you. Why are we not doing that, Jane? All right. No hatch offering here, so question is, who's oblivious? We see one totem up there. Interesting. It's not Jane. Hi, Michaela. I don't know if ups. Oh, she had balance. That's why she did that. Michaela! If you had booped the snoot, we could have avoided all this. Michaela, I'm gonna go kick this pumpkin first. All right, Michaela. Whoops. My bad. Sorry. All right. We more than Michaela to finish things off. She was oblivious, though. She saw us coming. Not too bad a result on a map that is notoriously survivor side in the Eyrie of Crows. We actually played, I think, very fairly. I think we pretty much two-hooked most of the survivors before anybody died. The Bearmar was giving up there at the end. I don't know if that's because their trap was nearing the completion or if they were just trying to, they might have been oblivious and were trying to get to a box when they ran into us going to relight that Pentimento totem, injured, and just realized that they were pretty much done. The Jane came with that flashlight, and we had to do some heavy dodging to avoid getting any flashlight saves there in that match. She was very pesky with that. Michaela used a very good use of balance there to get some distance from us there in that last chase, but not quite enough. And in this match, our perks worked really well, and the main thing was we got it down at the very beginning. We got that down very quickly on, I guess that was the V, and once we were able to do that before that first gen popped, that put some pressure on them, and I think they were waiting to pop gens, or to at least work on gens too much, because they wanted to make sure they could get their traps off. And one thing we switched in this build, we took off pain resonance, which is something we've had on this build before. We've often run the Plaything Pentimento combo for slowdown and for the ability to keep survivors oblivious while they're searching boxes. But we added in oppression, and oppression whenever we kick those gens, other gens start regressing. It's not so much that we're getting a lot of regression or quick regression with this. We're getting, we're just getting multiple gens regressing. So as Pig, if survivors want to 99 gens or kind of get a lot of work on a bunch of gens but not pop them, if we're able to kick a gen, we've essentially kicked a bunch of gens. And, you know, particularly if they're trying to get their traps off, oppression's going to be a good perk, because then we get a lot of regression on a lot of gens over a period of time. And I think that showed in that match. That's the reason it took them so long to get from 4 gens to 3 to 2, is I think that we just had regression on a lot of gens that weren't necessarily the one we kicked. People were busy trying to get traps off, and then eventually we started getting people out of the game. And at that point, yeah, everything goes in our favor. We get the 4K on Eyrie of Crows here during the event as Piggy.